I can't believe how much I absolutely adored this film. Reading, Writing and Romance was recommended to me on Prime based on my previous viewing, and Prime seems to know me pretty well by this point because I loved it. I love the characters, I love the premise, I love the execution. It's gorgeous. I'm sure there are faults and things that could be improved, but generally speaking, the viewing experience was an absolute pleasure. This was released in 2013, directed by Ernie Barbarash, written by Todd Maddox, and this stars Eric Mabius as our protagonist Wayne, and also Virginia Williams as Amy. Perfect name choice. And the description from IMDb sums it up well without giving away any spoilers, and this reads as follows. Wayne's an actor with money problems. He finally accepts his parents' advice of teaching in high school. He makes Shakespeare fun. He meets and likes Amy, a colleague. However, he's still looking for parts as an actor. So all the key principles are there, even if that description's not the best written. Basically, Wayne is getting bit parts in adverts. He's still waiting for his break. So he takes on a temporary teaching position to teach English to high school students. And as you can imagine, they're learning Shakespeare. The actor in him cannot help but make everything dramatic and encourage the students to do the same. And, kind of a very watered down Dead Poets Society, John Keating vibe, where he does actually stand on a desk at one point. Bit of a reversal. But he's very inspiring. The children very quickly warm to him and they begin to feed off of his passion for the written word and for Shakespeare. Obviously, everybody wants a teacher like that. We also have the romantic aspect where he meets fellow English teacher Amy. Will they, won't they be together? Obviously, there are some issues with what the school board would say about that. While he's teaching, though, and doing a great job with the children, he's still trying to pursue an acting career, and there's a possibility that that will get in the way with the inspiration he's delivering to the children. Will he find his true calling? I'm not going to say what happens, but I really loved it. I loved the premise. I love the character of Wayne. I think he is brilliant. He's well-rounded. He's realistic. It's not like the second he takes this temporary teaching job, he just forgets his acting career. That's not true in the slightest. He stays very true to his personality and to his character and to his aims and his goals and what drives him. It remains true throughout. There were times when I didn't know what direction this was going to take. I thought the narrative was beautifully executed. There was a character in this I wanted to punch. I won't say who it is because I don't want to give you any idea of who the antagonist is until you get to that point. But the character, you'll know. You'll know exactly who I mean once you see who it is, and you will hate this person. Troublemaking little weasel. But brilliantly acted, brilliantly performed. All the characters were very well written. Yes, I will say that Amy as a character is quite traditional, quite cliche. But I really enjoyed, the performance. I enjoyed the character. I think the developing relationship between Wayne and Amy works really well on screen. So ultimately, I really enjoyed that. I guess the question is, would you like this if you didn't like Shakespeare? I think you would. I mean, if for some reason you detest Shakespeare and can't stand Shakespeare for whatever reason, my first advice would be, give him another go. There'll be a play for you. But other than that, if you don't mind Shakespeare, it's not forced in your face constantly. You can kind of overlook that. You don't need to know about his plays or know what they're talking about to be able to appreciate the beauty of his passion and the way in which he is inspiring others. I thought it was beautifully shot, beautifully filmed, the pacing's great. As I said, I am sure there are things in this that can be improved upon, but watching it, I thoroughly enjoyed it. We'll probably watch it again at some point, and I'm very happy to recommend Reading, Writing and Romance.